Okay, welcome everyone. Time for another breakfast bash. This time we have a special guest, Travis Douce, who's going to talk to us about Git. And so I'll turn it over to Travis.
All right, let me see if I can share my screen here. All right, can you see my command line?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so this practice bash is about Git, and we are talking about merging strategies. So Git provides you multiple ways to merge branches, and we'll discuss two of them. This talk also assumes that you have a cursory understanding of Git. 1 second. Yeah, so I have this directory called git merge, and we're going to create a file called little red riding hood text. And the reason that I have named it that is because I presented a number of times on Git, and I have a presentation which I'll reference in this presentation later, and keeping with the same naming convention and theme. It's about little red riding hood. So anyway, we have one file here, and we're going to create a Git repository to start tracking things in our virtual control. So if we do Git status, we have initialized. It realizes that we have an unchecked on our repository. So let's add the little red riding hood file. You have to forgive me if I'm using Git shortcuts or aliases. I'll try to use it. So git status, git stage, and we'll commit this. And so we call this the initial converting. And so git status, and it's clean. So let's open up the little writing hood file. Let's make a commit here. So there was once a little girl. That'll be a commit. So if we do git status, we see that it's modified. We'll add it, and we'll commit it. And we'll say there was once a little girl. Just so it's mimicking what we're adding. So when we look at our commits, we know what it relates to. So if we do git status, there's nothing. Okay, so Git provides you a way to look at your history. You can do git log, and you can see that we have two commits right here. This is our initial commit. Here, there's a SHA associated with it, author, commit message name, and we have our second commit here. So all these commits are on master. And this is the default format if you do git log. You could also add a pretty format for git log. Oops. I had it alias somewhere. Let's look at it. You can go into git config E, and it is gone. That's amazing. I don't know why that is gone. Bear with me for a second. Let's see if I can find it real quick, and I'll pop it in there. I did a Stack Overflow. Hey, Brian, can we start over? This is going to take a second to configure it.
Sure.
It's like necessary.
Yeah.
I think I added it to my library. As mentioned, we have two commits, and it displays it in a linear list. You could also display it in a different format, which displays it in a graph. And this is the way that we will be looking at our history for the rest of the time. So what this says is we have two commits, this one and this one, and head and master are at this commit where there was once a little girl. All right, so now we're going to make a branch. So let's create a branch, git checkout. Just checked out a branch and created it at the same time. We're going to call this Jacob Grimm body. And that's a naming convention. Jacob Graham is the author / the name of the feature branch. Okay, so now we're on this branch here, and we'll go back and we'll add another line. There was once a little girl who was very hungry. We'll commit that. So we're making a commit on the feature branch. So we'll add that, and then we will commit it and say she was hungry. Let's add another one just to illustrate a point. She was hungry and ate an apple. Let's commit that. So what we're doing is we're making a branch so we can merge it back into master. So let's add that. Let's commit it. She ate an apple, and that's what I called it. All right, so if we look at our history as a log now, we'll see that we have 4 commits. Master is at this commit where there was once a little girl. This is where we branched off. And Jacob Graham Body Head is at our most recent commit. She ate an apple. Okay, so now we want to merge this into master. So we can check out master, and now we are situated on the master branch located there. And you can say git merge the name of the branch, Jacob Graham Body. And then it merged it. So let's look at our history. We'll see that it's a very nice, clean, linear history. We have 4 commits, and head, master, and Jacob Graham Body are all at the most recent commit. She ate an apple. And that's called a git fast forward merge. Let me switch over to some slides that I wrote up about this to illustrate how it works theoretically. So we have 6 commits. We have 1, 2, 3. These commits are on master. These are now just 2 commits we made on master. And you make a branch and you have 4, 5, 6. So the most recent commits are at the bottom, newest at the top. So this is illustrating the different branches. And when you fast forward merge, when there's not a commit on master, so there's not a commit that's occurring on master while you have made your branch and made commits on the feature branch, what git will do is it'll just move head master up to the most recent commit and then straighten out the history. So that's a fast forward merge. So let's make another branch where we will use a different merge strategy. We'll call this Jacob Graham Body 2. So now we switch over to that branch and let's make 2 commits on it. And she was sad. She was a conflicted little girl. So git status, it should be modified. Let's add it. Let's make a commit message. She was sad. And let's make one more commit. She was sad. And then became happy. So let's add that. I'm just going to go ahead and add it because I know it's been modified. We'll commit it. And she was then happy. Okay, so if we look at our Git history now as a graph, we have 6 commits, I believe. So Jacob Graham Body and Master are at the commit she ate an apple, and Jacob Graham Body has 2 commits more than Master, 2 more recent commits. And so Jacob Graham Body is at she was then happy, and head is at she was then happy. So let's merge Jacob Graham Body 2 into Master, but we'll use a no fast forward merge, and we'll display, and we'll look to see how Git manages that. So the command is git merge Jacob Graham Body 2, and you pass it the no fast forward flag. So if you hit enter, Vim will open up, or your text editor kept configured, and it'll say, hey, we're making a commit. This is the merge commit. And they default populate this merge commit with a message. You just hit enter. And it's merged. This is merged with a recursive strategy, but it's also merged with the no fast forward strategy. So if you do LG, you'll see, look at our history as a graph, you'll see that this is the merge commit. that populated or that opened our text editor. And these are the two commits that were on Jacob Grin body _2. And the reason that I like the no fast forward merge strategy is because it's very evident to determine which commits came from which branch. And also, if all the commits are merged with the no fast forward merge strategy, it's also very easy to unmerge a branch, which would be git, reset, add Shaw, and hard. We could discuss this later. Now, if you look at our git history, oops, I think I needed, I need the commit before the merge. So we're going to revert history to that point. And then now that merge is undone. That's why I really like the no fast forward merge strategy. That would be more difficult to do if we wanted to undo a merge that happened with a fast forward merge. We'd have to go back and figure out what commit we should revert back to. And that's it. Does anybody have any questions? All righty. That's all she wrote.
Thanks so much, Travis. This will be up on YouTube in a little bit.
Okay, thanks.